folks, I'm Buck O'Reilly, and welcome to another edition of MathCenter. Today we have a group of expert analysts to discuss the upcoming Math Bowl. The topic, graphing linear equations. That always sends a shiver down my spine. But first, let's meet them. First, we have the gritty Lloyd Mayweather. Next, we have brainy Annie Feathers. Last but not least, we have newcomer Dusty Clinton. The problem we are dealing with is 4y minus 8x equals 24. First, we're going to hear from Lloyd Mayweather to see what he thinks. Lloyd?
Well, Buck, that's a tricky problem, but I'm no amateur. First, I'm going to put the equation in the standard y equals mx plus b form, where m represents the slope and b represents the y-intercept. Then I'm going to plot the y-intercept and find the additional points by using the slope. Here, let's see how this can be accomplished. All right, here's the equation that was given to me. As you can see, each term has a common factor of 4. So now I'm going to reduce each term by 4. So we get y minus 2x is equal to 6. Now I'm going to add 2x to each side. And we get y is equal to 2x plus 6. Now this is the standard y equals mx plus b form, where the slope is 2 and the y-intercept is 6. So now let's graph this bad boy. All right, so the y-intercept means that's where the line is going to cross y-intercept. So it crosses at 6. And since the slope is 2, it's always rise or run. So we go up 2 over 1. So up 2 over 1 to plot this point. 1, 8, up 2 over 1, which is the point 2, 10. And now we're just going to connect the dots a little extra. And now we have the line of y is equal to 2x plus 6.
Thanks, Lloyd. You make me want to be a better man. That's going to be tough to beat. Now let's see what Annie Feathers has to say. Annie?
Thanks, Buck. For today's game, I'm thinking that finding both intercepts is going to be the best method. Let me show you what I mean. To find both intercepts, I'm going to plug in 0 for each value. Let's start with the y-intercept. I'm going to plug in 0 for x. That will cancel the negative 8x, and I'm left with 4y equals 24. Solving for y, we get that y equals 6. This gives us the ordered pair 0, 6. Now back to the original equation. I'm going to plug in 0 for y, and that will cancel the 4y. I'm left with negative 8x equals 24. Solve for x, and we get x equals negative 3. This gives us the ordered pair negative 3, 0. Now let's see it on the graph. I have 0, 6, and negative 3, 0. Connect the 2 points, and there's our line.
Wow, Annie. You just knocked my socks off. Using the x and y intercepts? It's genius. Well, lastly, we're going to think what Dusty Clinton has to say. Dusty?
Buck. The third method is the table method, where you plot the x and y points to solve for the equation. Here I have the initial equation. Here I've simplified the equation to y equals 2x plus 6. If I plug in a random number for x, say negative 1, 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, plus 6 gives me a y value of 4. If I pick another random number like 0 for x, 2 times 0 is 0, plus 6 gives me 6 for y. Again, if I pick another random number for x, say 1, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 6 gives me a value of 8 for y. Here you see my x and y coordinates as you would see them for a graph. Negative 1 and 4 are together, 0 and 6 are together, 1 and 8 would be together. Let's see how that looks on a graph. Here I have my negative 1 and 4, my 0 and 6, and my 1 an 8 value. Now if I connect the dots and extrapolate through the line, I have my linear equation.
Dusty. That was G-R-E-A-T, great. You make that chart seem so effortless. Well, folks, we'll be back right after this message.
Ugh, it's getting to me. I can't handle it.
You're worse than my thumbless uncle. I've been dominating you all day long.
Hey, buddy, you look like you could use some help. Try a Gamerade.
Gamerade? What's that? Wow.
Gamerade is packed full of nutrients that will improve your gaming skills. Gamerade. Get some. Well, folks, there it is. 3 ways to graph a line. Isn't it great? But before you go, remember, those who don't count won't count. This is Buck O'Reilly, EMN. Today's Math Center is brought to you by Infinity Diamonds. They last forever.